You had a dream. Do you remember what you dreamt about?
Lake of Tears?
Ethan's dream at the end of From Season 4, Episode 2 is not just another creepy moment meant to unsettle viewers. It may be the biggest warning the show has given so far, because Ethan doesn't dream like normal children in this town. He never has. From the very beginning of the series, Ethan has been connected to something deeper, something older, something that seems to exist underneath the town itself. While the adults argue, build theories, and desperately try to survive, Ethan keeps receiving pieces of the truth through visions, stories, and dreams. And Episode 2 proves that this connection is getting stronger, especially now that Jim is gone. That matters, because Jim was the person who tried to solve the mystery using logic. He built the radio tower. He chased explanations. He believed there had to be rules behind the madness. But with Jim dead, the show shifts away from logic and straight into something much darker. Intuition, prophecy, and memory. That is where Ethan comes in. At the end of Episode 2, Ethan's dream feels heavy, for one reason. It does not feel symbolic. It feels specific, like he is seeing something real, something waiting.
I saw the Lake of Tears.
The dream suggests movement toward a place, almost like a pull, and longtime viewers immediately recognize what that could mean. The Lake of Tears. This is important because Ethan mentioned the Lake of Tears all the way back in Season 1, after the RV first arrived in town. At the time, it sounded like a strange child's fantasy, something pulled from the stories he loved. But From has a habit of hiding major truths inside things people dismiss too quickly. What sounded like imagination may have been the first real clue. Now, Season 4, Episode 2 brings that feeling back. Ethan's dream carries the same energy. It feels like he is remembering rather than imagining. Like the town is trying to show him something it has hidden from everyone else. That changes everything. Because if Ethan is dreaming of the Lake of Tears again, then that place is not mythology. It is real. And it may be the center of the entire mystery. Not just a location, the location. The place where grief, sacrifice, and whatever created this nightmare all began. The name itself tells you that. Lake of Tears sounds like a place built from sorrow, from mourning, from loss. And in a show like From, names are never random. They are clues. Considering the ghost children, the strange rituals, and the repeated idea of sacrifice, the Lake of Tears may be where the first terrible choice was made, maybe where the children were sacrificed. Maybe where the cycle began. Maybe where it can end. That would explain why Ethan sees it before anyone else. Children in this show are always connected differently. The boy in white proves that. The ghost children prove that. Ethan's dreams prove it again. He is tuned into the town in a way adults are not. He does not solve mysteries. He feels them. That is why his dream is terrifying. Because it is not just showing him a place. It is warning him that he may be part of it. And the timing is not accidental. Jim dies. And immediately, Ethan begins having darker, more focused dreams. That feels deliberate. Almost like the town removes one person and shifts its attention to another. Jim was looking for answers from the outside. Ethan may carry the answers inside him. That makes him incredibly important. But it also makes him a target. Because in From, knowledge always comes with a cost. Sarah heard voices because the town wanted something from her. Boyd was shown visions because he was being pulled deeper. Tabitha found the lighthouse because hope itself was part of the trap. Now Ethan is dreaming because the town wants him to see. And whenever the town wants something, it is never for anyone's safety. There is another darker possibility here too. What if Ethan is not dreaming about the future, but remembering the past? Because From keeps hinting at cycles, repeating patterns, people stepping into the same roles over and over again. Victor survived one version of the nightmare. Tabitha connected to Miranda. Jade connected to Christopher. The same pain returning with different faces. If that theory is true, Ethan's dream may not be prophecy at all. It may be inherited memory. Fragments of previous cycles leaking into the present. That would mean the Lake of Tears is not simply where they need to go. It is where they have always gone. The final destination of every cycle. The place where the story resets. The place every chosen child eventually reaches. And suddenly, Ethan becomes more than just the child we worry about. He becomes the key, the map. The one person who might lead everyone to the truth. That is why the ending of episode 2 feels so disturbing. It is not loud. It is not built on jump scares. It is quiet horror, the kind that sits with you after the credits end. A child dreaming, a family already broken by grief, a town waiting for the next step in its design. Sophia is being guided. Julie is story walking. And Ethan is dreaming. These are not separate mysteries. They are connected. The town is choosing people, pulling them into its next phase, deciding who gets closer to the center. Jim's death was not just a tragedy. It was the first domino to fall. And Ethan's dream proves the next phase has already begun. Because if the Lake of Tears is real, then the road ahead is not leading them home. It is leading them deeper into the heart of the nightmare. And the scariest part? Ethan may already know the way,